All right. Sunday afternoon fights. What's up? Oh, Avantis. Oh, and you've got Pascucci. Now, he gives it to everybody?
He gives it to everyone.
All right, so here we witness the cheater dice. Ah, yes. Even with Pascucci, you only get nothing. Oh, double.
Frig.
So anywho, while he continues that, clearly we are doing Italians versus the British. Oh, Lancias, no. Haha.
Oh, hit my finger.
So we are doing Encounter. We're doing 109 points. I just finished painting my last Crusaders. Thank God. I will never paint another Crusader again. Thank God. So we figured, what the hell? It's Sunday. We'll play a desert match while it still matters until all the Germans and the Russians come out from Red Banner and Ghost Panzers. All the commanders get it. So we've already deployed. We're gonna deploy and then have a drink and then come back. So real quickly, I'll go through my list. What's on the board for me? My entire formation of Australian Divisional Cavalry. So I've got Universal Carriers here that spearheaded up. I've got an objective over here, guarded by 4 25-pounders. I've got Australian 2-pounder armed Crusaders. Please note, all my Crusaders in this force do not have cavalry command. These 3 Universal Carriers deployed here, did the fan-out deployment to prevent him coming into all these buildings. I then have more 2-pounder armed Crusaders. The Divisional Cavalry Commander Crusaders are here. And I have more 25-pounders over there to supplement my list. Oh, and I do have the Hurricanes. Hopefully this picture over here will enable them to come in very often. But over here on the reserve shelf, this is my other unit of Crusaders. They're all in reserves. I needed 2 more points in reserve, so I've got another unit of Universal Carriers in reserve. Scotty, what do you got?
So on the table, I have my commander, obviously, in there. They're now Avanti. 1 platoon of 9.
A river runs through it.
Yep. My L640s, who are also Avanti.
I'll just pause. Continuing on, that was Rob.
So the L640 spearheaded. They have to be outside 8 on spearhead and 16 from deployment range. Then over here, my Semiventes.
Behind the hill?
Yep, behind the hill. 1 platoon of 1 Lancia, another platoon of 1 Lancia who roll their Avanti. And then my Hungarian artillery are playing Africa Corps 7.62 anti-tank guns.
Yeah, 7.62s.
Yep.
And in reserve you have?
And in reserve I have 1 more platoon. My
Bersaglieri.
My 1441s, Pack 5 or Pack 38 5 centimeters. My Elephantinos and the HMGs.
Perfect. So that's 109 points.
Yep.
I'm gonna roll. So you goes first, and then go have a drink. So Scott won the roll to go first, and
It sucked.
It did suck. I'll let him tell the tale.
Yeah. Whoa. The story of woe.
So the infantry moved up and didn't Avanti.
Yeah, so they didn't do the follow me to get into the building. Now they're spread all over the place and can be killed easily.
Yeah.
So my packs, this guy fired at him. He had a clear shot, didn't do anything. These 2 fired at the artillery, didn't hit. The infantry moved up, only got 1 in here and 1 in here. The rest are strung out in the open. My L6s, these 3 here, fired at them, bailed 1. These 2 fired at that, did nothing.
Semiventes.
The Semiventes rolled for their blitz, which they got. They moved into hull down, fired at the Crusader.
I made 2 5+ saves.
2 5+ saves. I did 1 firepower test and bailed 1. My Lancia fired at the Crusader and hull down up on the hill.
Yeah.
And needed a 6 and didn't even get close. So, Italians, pathetic.
All right, so British turn 1. We'll use my new British dice. Hopefully I get my aircraft in. Oh look, I did. So we'll do my turn 1 shortly. Alright, my turn 1. My aircraft came in and heroically killed off a Lancia. I did make my firepower tests. My artillery ranged in over here using the commander up on the hill. Ranged in, hit, but I couldn't pass the firepower test. Or not the firepower test. I couldn't. He made his save because against bombardment he wouldn't get his firepower test. Over here, I hit both guns, pinned them, but he made one save and I failed my firepower on the other one. But in a clutch maneuver over here, I moved up, took some pot shots into here, missed, MG'd a couple of the guys that were still out in the open, and then assaulted. I assaulted, and so here's something that came up. The Pixalia bomb says just discard the card, and then it turns their anti-tank value from 2 to 3 on top armor. But it doesn't say when. So I thought that he'd have to like declare at the beginning, but he doesn't. He just discards it whenever. So in this case, it worked out great for him as much as it can go, because I assaulted with my 2 scout cars, with my universal carriers, swung, killed one guy. He rolled a 1 for his counterattack, and then had to fall back. But that means, so if he had passed, that's when he would have used his card. So it kind of makes sense in that respect, but it's just something new that I didn't know. I mean, I know both of his units have Pixalia bombs, but I didn't know that it was kind of selective in that way. So that's pretty good. I mean, I killed one guy, forced these guys back, pinned them, and now it's his turn 2. So we'll see what he can pull off, but hopefully he doesn't unpin these German guns. Certainly, because it's an unarmored tank team, hopefully he doesn't unpin this one, but he did get Avanti, so they're fearless. But we'll see. He'll probably start punishing me with his Semaventes. But anyways, that was turn 1. On to turn 2. Alright, Scott, why don't you tell us the sad tale of...
The second tale of woe. Okay, second tale of woe. These 3 guns didn't unpin.
Of course not.
And fired 1 shot each at a Crusader needing 4s and failed.
Right. Well, some were 5s.
Sorry, 4 and 2 5s. Still, they all failed.
Yeah.
These guys didn't unpin.
With the reroll.
With the reroll from the commander who's here.
Didn't unpin.
And didn't unpin.
But they dug in.
But I got them to dig in. My L6s came around the corner, and all they managed to do on 5 shots was to bail 2 Bren gun carriers.
Excellent.
I did manage to shoot up there, didn't hit anything, but I did a shoot and scoot with I did my dash to get out from under the template. My artillery managed to range in on his guns.
They did?
Hit 2, he saved 2, but they're pinned.
My guys are pinned, yeah. So that is the end of your turn 2.
That's the end of my miserable turn.
Miserable turn 2. Let's see if the RAF shows up again. No. And I don't have a lucky card to re-roll that, so we're stuck with that.
His attack smashed into the disorganized British.
The disorganized British. Yes. So Scott had to resort with his bad dice rolling. He's resorted to some inspirational video.
Italians are crossing the desert.
My turn 2. These guys did not get back in. This guy did not get back in. My 25-pounders did unpin. I opted stupidly, perhaps in hindsight, because again, these guys have tactical of 14. Drove up, killed 1. Tried to hit these guys here, didn't. And then I figured, well, I did kill 1. If I could kill another 2, or maybe kill 1 and bail 1. So I ranged in with the Div Cav HQ tank and ranged in, but couldn't. No, I hit a couple, but I think you made your save. So that ends my turn 2. It's now your turn 3, where you get reserves potentially to come in, right?
Correct.
So we'll do that right now. Despite what's on TV with the reinforcements coming, that's not what's happening in real life. So do tell, explain what happened here. So
I rolled my reserve and I got my Elephantinos. They arrived on this corner, so I moved 16 and then came in there 8, so I was flank onto the Crusaders.
Yeah.
My Semiventes, which were still back here in Hull Down, stayed there and just fired at the Crusaders, killing one, bailing one, and then the Elephantinos fired.
Killed the second one.
Killed the second one. My Lancia didn't unpin, but I didn't move him. My L6s I moved around to the front. They fired into these, killing one and bailing one.
Yeah.
My infantry assaulted the two bailed out Bren carriers.
Yeah. And here's where it got stupid. So I had brought down this 2IC.
So this guy
I
was
brought down the
there.
2IC so that when he assaulted, I'd be able to shoot with defensive fire, and I was hoping this guy here would defensive fire.
Yep.
We did measure the gap. That is just over the tape measure width. Yeah. So I did shoot 6 shots into here. I only killed one guy. The problem was he used his Pisalia bombs. He killed both of these. And then I stupidly was like, oh, well, all I got to do is go in there, hit once, and then hopefully force them back. Well, of course, because they're Italians, they made their counterattack, and then I'm like, oh, that was such a bad idea. So they Pisalia bombed this guy as well, so he's dead there.
And then they went back into the building.
And they went back in the buildings. Oh, yeah, these guys.
The anti-tank guns.
Unpinned and killed.
Fired,
Oh,
unpinned,
guns needing 6.
Fired at his artillery, hit 2, he failed 1 save.
So you know what it means? Just trust the Germans with the captured Russian stuff, right? Captured Russians 7.62s.
Yep.
So now I might actually lose a formation here because, well, we'll do it live. So first reserves. I don't get reserves. Planes. I do get planes. Now, see if he remounts. This is clutch. He does not remount. So that means this platoon has to take a test, which is only on a 5-up. So they run. So now, this formation has a whopping 3 universal carriers and 1 HQ model left in that formation. Everything else is dead in that formation. So it's getting dicey here. So we'll see what I can pull off here on my turn 3.
It was a question.
It's okay. Scott, in the spirit of sportsmanship, just like me reminding him of a bunch of things with shoot and scoot, this is still the bailed out remnants of the 2 guys that died. So this guy does have to take a test to remount, which he remounts. Now they got to take a test to not run away, which he might actually. Is it 5?
No, it stays. It's 5 up.
Universal carrier. It is 5, yes. Yep. So he stays, and then I did forget that this guy here is actually still alive.
Yep.
And I already made his. I already made his test, so I do have a couple more options.
Yep. Not dead
but
yet.
It's still dicey, yeah. So while I didn't get any reserves, I did move the Crusader into the side. Got a kill. The planes got a kill and a bail. No, got a bail. I ranged in and took out the other Lancia. These guys machine gunned 2 of the Elephantinos, so they're testing. And I can't. He's saved. I just can't seem to. But they're pinned again, but I just can't seem to do anything there. So now it's turn 4, right?
Yep.
And I can hear on the TV, Montgomery's gamble did not pay off. No, that is correct. The gamble did not pay off. So let's see what happens.
Yeah.
So. Go ahead and tell me what you...
Reserve came in, I brought on my 1441s, 5 shots, bailed, that was it, pathetic. He's made his save.
And the reason why is because he's traitorly switched from Italian dice to his Australian dice.
And he used my Australian dice against me.
To make so many armor saves. Oh man, I'm going to have to buy some Australian dice just for these guys. So
for the Aussies.
Yeah, so he's double bailed and still made his test.
1 shot from the Semivente, which bailed him as well.
Yeah, but
so he did a double bail, and he used the Australian dice to get back
6,
in.
Yeah.
Then I fired 5 shots at the carriers. I only managed to bail 1 because he saved. 2 shots from the Elephantinos,
didn't run,
which
made it
he
into
saved.
here, which I saved. Yeah.
And I just moved my infantry forward. These
Those
guys
didn't
still
unpin.
pinned. Fired 1 shot. I hit him, but he saved. So it didn't
now,
really do too much. That
yeah. So now I'm going to get my reserves and see what's
2 dice for reserves and planes and shit.
2 dice? Or is it 3?
No, I just rolled 2.
Okay. So on my turn, whatever this is, my Crusaders came in, took pot shots, but because of overworked, only killed 1. I did move these lads over here, followed me. to be contesting over there. I finally killed a gun over here. Not much else happened, so really, this is down to the wire here. We'll see. He gets more reserves, and then that's probably going to wrap it up. Just due to time, I've got to get going, unfortunately.
All right. See if he can get reserves first.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think it was that pathetic. All right. So you got some reserves.
Yeah. So the packs came on, fired, did nothing.
Well, I missed. Yeah.
L6s moved around. They managed to bail one.
And the Elephantinos killed the other.
And the Elephantinos hit twice, bailed. No, killed one.
Yeah.
My failed cross checks on these two. These two went up. They fired at the Crusaders. I bailed one.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, they did nothing. The Semavente sitting up here fired twice. He managed to bail one, and then they shooted and scooted. These guys moved up, assaulted the Bren carrier.
Yeah, so assaulted the Bren carrier. My HQ that was on the kidney-shaped feature hill here, shot, and then of course failed to counterattack, so I had to move back.
Saved all my.
Saved all your So quickly we'll just see if my formation breaks. So these guys over here, see if he gets back in. He does.
5+, isn't it?
No, it's 4 up to get back in, but it's 5+ for the.
Yeah, that's right.
Unless I'm doing that wrong, which is highly.
You're right.
No, it's not remount.
You're a Crusader.
Yeah, so this Crusader here. No. And that other platoon is dead.
You're still good.
No, I'm out of command over here, so I got to take a test.
Oh.
Which I fail, so these guys run. And that means this formation runs. And yeah, I'm just going to call the game here. I got to get going anyways, but I don't know, man. I mean, we could have ground on and fought, and a couple more Crusaders could have come in.
It's only turn 4.
There's no way that's turn 4, dude. That's like turn 6.
5. No, it's turn 5. 3 dice. 3 dice for reserve.
3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I still get my half of the turn.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do my half of the turn. Well, quick. If I don't get reserves though, I get one, and see if I get planes, and I get planes. Well, maybe I can get a platoon kill, because right now it's looking pretty grim. All right, glad I continued. I was able to mop up a few units here, so I did get Crusaders in reserve, coming in 16 inches from the side, and then tactical of 14. Combined with the RAF again, I was able to smash the Semaventes. The artillery, now that my spotter's gone, ranged into the 2 of the 3 Pak 38s, and because it's a bombardment and because they moved on and didn't dig in, I was able to kill 2, so that's going to be them testing. Of course, nothing I can do against here. These guys here, I killed the 2 M14s that were parked here. Yay for not overworked. And finally, the British 25-pounders were able to take out the 762. So now, Scotty has a bunch of tests to make, so at least it won't be an 8-1 for him.
Test.
So because of time, I've got to get going. Scott real quickly rolled to see if his Semavente stayed in. They did not. Pak 38s did, because they rolled a 3 last strike. Same with these 7.62 captured Russian guns. And we're going to call it here. So I killed 2 platoons. What platoons did I actually kill?
4 platoons.
Did I? So Semaventes because they ran.
Semaventes, Lancia.
Oh, the 2 Lancias are platoons each. I forgot about them. The infantry are still good. Everything else is still good, dude.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so 3.
Really? So only 3?
Yeah, the 2 Lancias.
So I've made it a 6-3, barely. Oh, test to see if they would have stayed.
Who?
The 2 Elephantinos, because they're infantry, not guns.
No.
Well, there's the 3rd platoon.
There you go.
So there we go. So yeah, I would have killed 3. Whereas he wiped out a formation. These guys are really brittle. Like, Crusaders are super brittle. But I don't know, I kind of like this list.
It's good.
Yeah.
The guns help a lot. And the planes.
Oh my god, yeah, the artillery. Just, it's over long amount of like this. This wouldn't really be a tournament list unless I really played them really fast, because it's relying on planes and artillery to soften up anti-tank gun teams.
Which it did.
Which it actually did, yeah. Because now if we had kept going, I have this many platoons of Crusaders left. So I think I could have eventually done it.
Yeah.
But your infantry coming on, like these guys would have fallen back.
Yeah.
Onto this one here,
yeah.
and your infantry would have been here, and then there's nothing I can do. I wasn't going to assault into that with shitty Crusaders that can't really assault.
And
so
my Passaglia bombs helped me too.
Oh yeah.
For the counter attacks.
Yeah.
As we proved up there.
Yeah.
How
would you change your lists? Not just against my list, but I kind of like your list. It's a good.
I like the list. It's fairly flexible. It's got a good mix, like the infantry with the Passaglia bombs. The 1441s aren't strong, but
they're a perfect reserve unit, though.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, if they could have come around here and come behind.
Yeah, yeah.
These little bastards. Good Lord, I hate them.
The L6s have always done very well.
God. And now that plug Adam Brooker's, what were those other guns?
4732s.
Yeah, the L4732. So those are now an official card.
Hell yeah, and I might even swap out the 1441s for them. Because
I just can't believe these are 1 point each and they're the same front armor as this.
Yeah. We'll see if I get rid of the platoon of these and change for the 4732s.
You get more of them.
Well, I can only have 4, which is the same as these. Mm-hmm. Same gun. Same front armor. I think.
God.
I think it might be 1 point.
They just lose the Avanti and all that other, and the 2+ remounts probably.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
There's got to be some drawback to taking them.
But it would give me about 3 points to use elsewhere.
Yeah.
Because it's 9 points for the 1441s. It's only 6, so I get 3 points back.
Yeah. That's. Yeah,
so
that's.
For the 3 points.
If you could save another 2 points, then you can get the biplanes of justice.
Well, I could
lower 2 of those.
Probably drop the HMGs. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, the HMGs are 3 points.
They're really only good against Russians. You've got enough. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Me, I don't know. It's all Crusaders all the time. I finally painted them all, so now they're done. I don't have to paint another Crusader for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Kind of happy about that. I don't know if I'd ever. You know what? I say I'll never take it to a tournament, but now I'm just pissed off that the British don't have anything to answer to like the big new German and Russian stuff. So I'll just stubbornly keep taking them. Just so I'll be the only British player there in the tournament.
Yeah.
Like in May, I'll be the only British player. I guarantee it.
I'll probably be the only Italian.
Nice. Yes. All right. Well, on that note, as we watch the end of Tobruk, or no, what is this? Anyways, that's that.